Good evening again, everybody. This is Nelka, and today is a huge sandstorm happening here in Dubai. But I received a very interesting message from one of our subscriber, and I don't know if he is a he or she, but can I just say he? Oh no, she, because it's a flower in her thumbnail. So her name is Kim Odang T. Okay. Hi, Kim. Yeah, she said, "Hi, Nelka. Thanks for the video. Have you ever designed lighting for tennis court or football field yet? If you can guide me to follow the link that you made, thank you. Have a nice night." Yeah. Yes, Kim, I did. And actually, I just finished one of our project in Oman, a football field, but I use AGI 32 instead of Dialux because it's easier in AGI 32. But because I just created one, so I'm so eager to help you with that. It's very easy, Kim, so just follow me on this one and focus. And yes, I will tell you how easy it is. Okay? Okay, before we start, I would like to review first what are the requirements for a football field. I actually don't know what is your requirements, so I'm just assuming that um, you will be using a non-professional football field, maybe just for the school or for a community, which doesn't need to have a camera. Because if it has camera, then we have problem because it takes time for vertical and horizontal calculation. So let's assume that your football requirements is for outdoor because we also have for indoor. So let's say for outdoor right now. If you want to do a calculation for indoor, then let's do it later. Okay, so let's go now for outdoor. I will use our lighting design technical handbook. Okay, just as a guide. But this one, don't worry because it's based from SIMSE. So don't worry about it. So football for outdoor, there are three classes for that. One is class 1, class 2, and class 3. And then the class 3 is the most easiest one, and class 1 is the higher one, or I would say that this is the higher class. So it's like class 1, class 2, class 3. Class 3 is the lowest class because it only requires 75 blocks, and the uniformity is okay. I will check the graph here. EM or average, and then RA and OU and glare. So these are the considerations that we're going to look for. So for class 3, you will only need 75 lux horizontal and zero point 0.5 uniformity. Of course, glare could be up to 55. This class 3 sometimes is used for community area or for a high school football field. Class 2 is more difficult or more higher lux level. It's 200 lux, and you need to have a zero point 0.6 uniformity on the horizontal, and of course the glare should be a max of 50. Then the class 1 is the highest one, which is you require to have a 500 lux, and the uniformity is much better. It should be zero point 0.7, and same with the UGR2 class 1, class 2, which is 50 max. Okay, so let's go now to Dialux. We are going to use the Dialux regular because in Dialux Evo, it's still not possible to do a lighting design calculation for sports lighting. So let's go back to the basic and let's use the Dialux regular. Okay, I'm here now inside the Dialux regular, and I'm hoping that you already know the basics on how to use the Dialux regular. Okay, so we are looking now for a football field, and you need to be on the object, and then let's go to the plan view, and then let's go for the sports facilities. Let's see what are these here, and let's say we will use tennis, badminton, track. Okay, we will use soccer field because I don't have tennis here. And then, yes, it will be look like this. Yes, I think this is fine. Okay, so let's go and use these sports facilities grids and lines. It's actually a default one. You can easily use it here. But if you have the drawing, you can insert the CAD file and then go to the sports, and then it will give you some grids for badminton, volleyball, and for soccer. Here, soccer. It will be just the same once you insert it. Yeah, so see, it's the same. So, but because this one has already the layout, it's nice because you already have these lines. So we will use this one. All right. And then, okay, let's adjust our exterior ground plane. Actually, you can remove this one if you like, but I'm planning to still put it here because I want to show you some maybe pseudo color or something. So let's assume just like this. And then now, there you go. This is now our football field. Okay. Okay, let's not get confused with ourselves here with the word soccer and the football, because these crazy Americans and Europeans are totally, I don't know why they're fighting so much with different languages. In Americans, they call it I'm not sure if I mistakenly alternated, but soccer and football is the same. And in America, I think they call the football as one with a round or Hershey's ball, which is rugby in European. But I'm just assuming that the football that you're referring to is the football from European, where there is a ball and not the oval ball. Okay. Okay. This anyway, so yeah, this is a football or a soccer, okay? So yeah, I hope you understand that because it's really sometimes confusing to somebody. Okay, so now we have our grid lines, and you can see that these blue are the calculation points. And if you can see, this is the PA and the GA. Okay, I hope that this football is the football that you are referring. The European football. Okay, the one with the round ball, and the court will be like this. Yes. Okay, I hope we are in the same frequency of the meaning of football. So I will use this court as the football. Okay, because maybe you're referring to the other football. But yeah, let's use this one. Okay, so now we have our football field, and we will be concentrating on our calculation points. These are the calculation points. As you can see, those bluish dots. We have the calculation field for our calculation grid for PA for the playing area, and calculation field for the total area or the total playing area, because sometimes they go outside. So this is the total playing area. But the focus of our lighting design is for the PA. Well, actually, if you achieve the PA, usually you can also get the TA immediately. Okay, so after that, we will make this one. Um, okay, we will do the calculation now, and we need to check this one. You go to this tab. This is the floodlights table. Okay, click that one. Oh, sorry, not the floodlights table. Ah, sorry. We need to insert our luminaire now. I think I don't have a luminaire here. Okay. Can I use again our fitting? Because Tone Lighting is, I think, one of the best company or supplier or manufacturer of luminaires in sports lighting. So I can use the fitting of Thorn Lighting. So if you go to the website of Thorn Lighting, you go to the products. And actually, these are the sample of the projects. And then go to the outdoor lighting. And we will use some floodlights for sports lighting for football or soccer. And most of the time we used, for a small area, we used this one, Altis or Mundial. But okay, I will use the Altis because this one is our new fitting. And we will play with the different beam optics. So I will be using 2 kilowatt as a start. If we need to 1 kilowatt later, then we will use it. But usually I use the 2 kilowatt. And if you can see here, there are R1, R2. Later I will discuss it to you what are those. Usually this is the optics of the floodlights. It's other code for a narrow beam, wide beam, and super wide beam or super narrow, something like that. Okay. So once you go to the website of Thorn and you go to the outdoor and then sports floodlighting here, and then go and select the 2 kilowatt. If you can choose a hot rest strike and electronic system, you can do so. But let's go and check this electronic system. Hot rest strike is good if there's if the playing area really requires something like for an emergency. But this one is like maybe you're only proposing for a high school football field or something. So it's okay. Let's go for the electronic system. And then let's choose R1 for now. Just click this. For example, you use this one. It has different codes again. So better ask the supplier if the products that you choose has codes. What are the codes means? Okay, let's go and check the R1 first. And then when you click that one, it will say this one, and then it will open, download and open, and then just click this one and it will goes directly to your Dialux file. Now it goes here. And then let's again select one more or two more to make it correct. I mean, two, so we can play with it. Let's go and select R1, then R3. Okay, let's use the odd numbers. And then click it. If you're using Google Chrome, it will be like this. But if it's Internet Explorer, then it's different. Just say used. And then, yeah, and then let's select now the R6. Let's select this one. And then, okay, let's download it. And then, okay. So, please note that for now, okay, there's a pattern. If you're really achieving class 1, if you want to achieve class 1, but you want to also show to your client that you can also achieve class 3, class 1 to 3, then we can do a calculation for class 3 first, then proceed to class 2, and then to the class 1. Okay, so now I have the R1, R2, and R1, R2, and R6. So once you select your fitting, okay, now we can use this one, the floodlight arrangement. You can just, let's choose the R1 first, click this one, and then it will immediately goes to your grids. And then you can say in the arrangement, click this one and say you want to mirror it horizontally and vertically. So it means you will mirror it horizontally and vertically. It means whatever you move here, it will move again to the other sides. That is if your pole or mast is typical or mirrored to all sides of the football field. But that is usually is really happening. But if the pole is complicated the other side, then you need to adjust it. Okay, so we will insert. Okay, let's say we need, for example, let's add 4 luminaires. Okay, we need to achieve 75 first, right? So let's go for 2 luminaires first. And then select this one and then say user defined. And then you can adjust the mast or the pole height here. Let's say, for example, you will use 16 meters. And then insert. If your client has a pole height requirements, then you need to use that one. Okay, so now you have your floodlights arranged on both sides. If you can see those, what is this? Blurred arrows. Yeah, it's there. And once you move one of the floodlights, you can see that the three sides are all moving. So for example, you already have your football layout in AutoCAD, and the client specified the location of the poles, then you need to follow that one. For now, I'm just going to assume that the poles are here. You can measure that one later, or we can offset or use a reference line to measure it. So, yeah, I aimed the floodlights now. And as per the rules, to reduce the glare, your floodlights in our practice, our floodlights should not be aimed more than 70 degrees tilt, because otherwise it will be glary. So we will check that one later. Okay, so right. And if you want to see the value of your grid points immediately, you can select the grid point and check this one. Yeah, there you go. You should be in horizontal. And if there's a vertical, you can do so, but let's go for the horizontal only. And calculation gradients, and then display. Say display values. Click this one. If you want to show the isolines and false color oscillator, no, only the display values. And then go to the real time and say horizontal. And then this one is in 0 because we selected horizontal here. So once you selected that one, you can see now here that, see, it's already here. Now we are achieving 102 lux, and the uniformity is not that good, so we will adjust it later. And also you can do that with the other one. Go to the horizontal, make it 0, and then gradients, display values, and then click the real time again in the horizontal. And then again, you will immediately see that one. So our main focus is for this PA, which is the playing area. And as per the code, we need to achieve, for example, the class 3 as 75 lux and 0.5 uniformity. Okay, let's go and achieve that one first. Let's move our floodlights now and make sure that, okay, you can see here that this part is highlighted. It means this is the lowest part. And also this one is highlighted. It means the highest point values. So from there, you can easily check where to aim the floodlights now. I would like to tell you that doing the lighting design calculation for sports lighting is like you are playing chess. If you know how to play chess, then it will be very easy for you, because once you move something, it will affect the uniformity or the lux level of the other points. So you have to make sure that once you move it, you have to analyze if it's really necessary to move it there, or maybe you need to use other optics. I'm sure this is really exciting. One of my colleague in the office is the one who is specializing in sports lighting. He did a lot of football fields or stadium, a football stadium with a camera with a vertical illumination also, and he's really taking time to do that. Like, he keeps on moving there, the arrows there, and then you can see that he scratched his head because, oh my god, he achieved the vertical but the horizontal suffers, or he achieved everything but the uniformity suffers, something like that. So you need to know your fittings, the floodlights, the lamps, because some of the long arcs or short arc lamps has different effect also, and the optics of your floodlights, of course. So be very careful of that. But once you get used to it, keep on practicing. It will be very easy for you. I'm not that um best in doing the sports lighting, because I only do small sports lighting, like the football, basketball, like a tennis court, or yeah, something like that. I never designed a stadium yet with a vertical. So yeah, so I can only teach you the basic one, okay? And so now this is 25 lakhs, so we need to focus on this one, and then let's move it there. So you can see now that the uniformity changed. It becomes 0.34. It's great because our requirements is only 0.5. Okay, there you go, zero point 0.5. And then, so we need to tilt it a little more there. So now it's 36 or maybe more. But be careful of keeping the floodlights too much aimed. Now it's not good. So let's make it there. 0.38, or maybe we can change the floodlights optics now because I use R6, which is a little wide, and then if I use R3 for example, then it becomes look at that, it's 0.11. And if I use R1, it's become 0.08. The uniformity is bad, so let's go and still use the R6 for now. Maybe we can add one more fitting. Okay, let's check our tilting. So go to your where is it, aiming or beam angle, and see, sometimes it's confusing with the dialogs because you don't know, sometimes it has error with the orientation. Because for example, you go for the 6-0 there, it will become different. So make sure that your fitting is properly oriented. Okay, see, if I change it into something, becomes different. So be very careful about that. That's why we use AGI in our lighting design calculation, because AGI is more precise in the aiming values. Now look at that. See, I just changed the aligned luminaires to C0, and then the uniformity becomes 0.45. Now we're getting closer to our class 3. We're almost achieved that one. But let's check the um, beam angle. Now X, Y, Z, you can see that again, this is difficult because you don't know which one is the Z. But if you can see here, let's say this one, go to the elevation and check. For example, you change it into 70, maximum tilt, then it will go there. And this one is too much again, it's negative 70 again. And then this one is, it will now serve as an X and Y. So yeah, that's how difficult is sports lighting in Dialux. But yeah, we can still do it. Let's just focus. Okay. This is part 1 of the series of how to do the lighting calculation for football field. Please, for all my subscribers, please make a comment if my ways of doing the calculation is correct or wrong, because it's better for us to correct it. So please let me know.